it's 120 pieces of ballistic evidence, fake federal credentials, marijuana growing experiment, drugs, hidden areas, compartments, numerous bottles and containers of unidentified chemicals, and a 55-gallon drum connected to hoses and water lines. So, what they're saying about the chemicals, and this is why they're saying they're searching these drains,
Yeah.
is, and I'll get into this more, R.C. Horsch, in one of his writings, it was about disposing of a body with chemicals using a drum, right? And he
Okay.
had one hooked up into his sewage system.
Oh.
Right. So, I mean, I think the thought there is somebody could dissolve the body in there and then open it up to drain it into the sewage system.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Like, that's insane. So now the investigators have to determine, like, whether the disturbing things they find in the house are connected to
For real.
Eugene, RC, his dad, both men, fictional creative work, actual crimes, a combination of many things.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a big complication. It's basically like an evidentiary nightmare.
RC's dead, right? Or
Yes. Yeah,
unalive?
he died last year in June.
Okay. Yeah.
And he'd been to prison at one point for federal crimes, I think for like drug trafficking or weapons or something like that, something
Right.
fairly serious. So yesterday, CBS Philadelphia reported that they reviewed hundreds of pages of his books, and the material is sexually explicit, violent, disturbing. They said one chapter, RC claims to have murdered a woman and disposed of her body using the chemical process. This is obviously extraordinary considering. So chemical containers plus large drum plus plumbing hoses plus missing women plus images of dead women.
Yeah.
I mean, math problem equals, and it's all inside his former home. But proof of writing, I mean, writing is such a creative process that doesn't mean anything.
Right, exactly.
I mean, imagine if you were a fiction writer. What kind of fiction do you think you would write?
Right. Something dark, probably.
And I'll mention this again, but what a lot of people are saying is like they can't tell the difference between like what he writes that's autobiographical and what his fiction is because he mixes it all together.
That's the thing, is that the fact that he talked about a specific method of disposing of a body and then his house mimics the equipment for that method, it's hard not to tie that together, right? Like, could be fiction, but why else would he have all that stuff in his house?
One piece of evidence they found is something they're calling the Ted Bundy letter. They recovered an unsigned handwritten document that references Ted Bundy. It describes planning violence in advance and having a 2-foot zip tie and a drum prepared beforehand. The writer then describes enjoying what happened. Investigators don't know who wrote it or whether it represents fiction.
Right.
So they're not sure. And then just the specifics on the plumbing. In July, police and water department personally evacuated or excavated pipes outside the house, and they didn't find anything substantial. And they're really just trying to sort out this plumbing situation.
Yeah, get someone's DNA somewhere.
But it's interesting because of his writing about chemical disposal of a body, and then you have these, again, 2 + 2 = what?
Yeah.
So there's actually a lot about